Hello everyone, my name is Heena Sharma and I'm your English educator. As you all know, we are running a series on sentences. So this is our yet another class on parts of sentence. So today we are going to understand the concept of subject. As you know, there are two parts of every sentence, subject and predicate. Today our entire focus is going to be on identifying the subject because I have often seen that students are stuck in finding what are the subjects and where are they, how to identify them. So today I'm going to touch upon that particular concept. So let's get started right away. Read the sentences on my screen. Pihu is talking to her friend. They are sitting with the guests. Now, subject. What is a subject? A subject is a person or thing that the sentence talks about. Anything in the sentence that we are talking about is the subject. What are we talking about in the sentence is the subject. Who is the doer of the action in the sentence is the subject. So if I analyze the first sentence written on my screen, Pihu is talking to her friend. Whom are we talking about? We are talking about Pihu. We are not talking about Pihu is talking to her friend. Someone we are talking about in this sentence is Pihu. Therefore, Pihu is going to be the subject in this sentence. Similarly, let's take a look at another sentence. They are sitting with the guests. Whom are we talking about? They. So they over here is the subject in this particular sentence. So let us recap the definition of the subject. A subject is someone or something that is being talked about in a sentence. Who is being discussed in a sentence, who is being talked about in a sentence is the subject. Also remember, subject is always the performer or doer of the action in any sentence you talk about, in any sentence you take up. All right. So keep these things. These are the little tips which are always going to help you identify the subject in a sentence. Now, a few things to always keep in mind. A subject is always either a noun or a pronoun. We cannot say a verb can be a subject. We can't say that an adjective can be a subject. No, it is not possible. Noun or pronoun can only be the subjects. It may be singular or plural. It is not a compulsion that a subject is always going to be singular or it can always be plural. You may have a singular subject, you may even have a plural subject. Another important pointer, subject may consist of just one word or a group of words. Now, let me justify all these pointers with the help of an example. Look at the first sentence. The peon kept the register on the table. Whom are we talking about? Ask yourselves a question. The peon. Therefore, the peon is the subject in this sentence. And the peon is the noun. The word peon is the noun. We could have even stated it this way. He kept the register on the table. So in this case, what would be the subject? You need to tell me in the comment section. Second sentence, all the weeds were picked by the gardener. Now here you can see that there are more words as a subject. What are we talking about? All the weeds. So all the weeds as a whole is going to be the subject. The lady with the red purse. Again, it is consisting of more than one word as a subject. So the lady, whom are we talking about in the sentence? The lady with a red purse. So this becomes your subject in the sentence. Next time, when at school your teachers ask you to identify the subjects in the statement or in any kind of sentence, you must know what kind of question you need to ask yourselves. So, what are you going to ask yourselves? First, you ask yourselves, whom are we talking about or what is being talked about in the sentence? And the next thing is, who is the doer of the action? So these two things will help you identify the subjects in any kind of sentence. I will also take another class on identifying subjects when your sentences are interrogative, because that is also another thing which I have often seen students are getting stuck at. So I'll take another class on that as well. Something very, very important. Sometimes the subject is left out in sentences, especially when the sentences are about expressing orders, advices, requests, suggestions. You get me, right? What kind of sentences are these when we are expressing orders, advices, suggestions, and all that? These are the imperative sentences. You all are aware, right? So, imperative sentences express orders, commands, advices, suggestions. So, whenever we have an imperative sentence, we often see that they begin with a verb. So, you get stuck as to how to identify what is the subject here. So, children, let me tell you, the subjects in imperative sentences are generally implied. It is obvious that if some order is given, like if I say, open the door, in this it is implied that you is the subject because some order has been given to a particular person. Even if it is not given to a particular person, take another example. Suppose I'm in the class and I'm distributing some circular to all my students, right? And I ask while leaving the class, have you all got the circulars or have you received the circulars, right? So what have I done? Here, you is for all of them, not just for one person or the other person. It is for everybody's present in the class. So please remember, in the case of imperative sentences, you, the word you, is mostly hidden and it is implied. So, in case your teacher tries to test your understanding and in the paper she gives you a statement, go there, right? And the question is to identify the subject and the predicate. I'll talk about predicate in another class. But if it is about subject identification, what would be your answer? Will you be leaving that question thinking that there is no subject? Or you will ponder over what I'm teaching you. So, what will be your answer? Go there, go there case sentence में your answer would be you. So you will be the subject. So please keep this in mind because these are certain things which always prevent you from getting full marks in English, right? Let's have a look at a few sentences and the subjects present in them. The presidents are meeting the common people today. So, whom are we talking about? The presidents. Mr. Mohan is our family friend. Who is being talked about? Mr. Mohan. Therefore, it's the subject. All the schools were shut due to cold waves. So, what are we talking about? We are talking about all the schools in the vicinity. Sia doesn't bring her dictionary to school. Who is the performer of the action? Who doesn't bring the dictionary to school? Sia. So Sia is going to be your subject. Ruskin Bond is my favorite author. Who is being talked about? Ruskin Bond. The captain of the ship, along with his crew, was happy to sail through. Whom are we talking about? Are we talking about only captain of the ship? No. We are talking about the captain of the ship along with his crew, right? And there's one more grammar hack over here, which I was thinking that I'll be talking about in the next class. Because it is more relevant when we touch upon the predicate, but I think I should help you with that right now only. That subjects are always in front of the verb. So from the portion where the verb is starting, that is always separated as predicate. Okay, I'm not teaching you predicate right now. I'm just indicating you how to even identify in a simpler manner. So just remember, if you are getting stuck with a kind of a subject which is very lengthy, now, you like take an example of the second last sentence on my screen, the captain of the ship, because I'm very sure the students who are young, like grade 4, 5, 6 class students, they often underline the captain. That's it. And they are done. Yeah, this is my experience. They will never ever be underlining the captain of the ship along with his crew in the paper if they are identifying the subject, right? So what you have to do, you have to be very very analytical and ask yourselves just a little question that okay, this portion is coming in front of the verb. What is a verb here? Was. So from was onwards there cannot be any subject. was से पहले पहले जितने भी words होंगे वो सारे आपके subject होंगे, right? So this is how, in a very simple manner, you can identify a lengthy subject. All right. So children, I hope you have understood the concept of identifying subject. Now, there's a little task for you, as I always prefer doing that. So, you just have to frame 3 sentences with suitable subjects. Try making variety of sentences in which we can see just a noun or a pronoun, or we can see some lengthy subject out there, and you can even take up some imperative sentence just to add on to the you can say variety, right? So happy doing this task. I'm very sure you'll enjoy doing it. If you liked what I taught you, if you thought that this can definitely help you, then one like is a must. Subscribe to my channel. The channel name is Start with Grammar, and I will surely meet you tomorrow with more, um, extension to this explanation. So in the next class, I'll be talking about predicates. All right. So thank you for now. Happy learning. Bye bye.